This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are.
Yeah, we are.
And yeah, so this is the start of a very interesting interval. Last week we did ups and downs. The week before that we were kind of reviewing the season. We're kind of out of everything now. Like the season ended a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But as far as making a podcast episode about Arsenal, we're very much in the weeds now of Arsenal aren't doing it. Everyone's on holiday.
Oh yeah. No, we're trying to swim from one island to the other, and we're in the middle of the ocean now.
Nothing is happening. Yeah. So it's interesting to put a podcast together, but we do actually, interestingly, the fixture list just dropped.
Mad.
So we've got a lovely kind of thing to actually talk about is the fixture list. The ongoing Sesko Gyökeres stuff. I feel like I've done 30 podcasts on that exact topic.
Yeah.
But give you the the update on that.
Yeah.
Zubimendi, Kepa, Rodrigo is intensifying, but is it just paper talk? So plenty of stuff like that to talk about.
Yeah, it's going to be a potentially big preseason, but we got to week to week.
Exactly.
But luckily, yeah, like you said, it dropped this morning, like as we were about to do this.
Yeah, so we'll get into that today. As far as the episode lengths during this period, some weeks it could be 40 minutes, it could be 30 minutes. Some weeks it could be 2 hours if a lot of stuff happens.
Even as a listener, like I don't know, are you still looking for content like in the postseason?
It's hard to answer that because like my main Arsenal content or football content is from Arscast.
Yeah,
and he rarely doesn't post, and I'm on there. I have their Patreon as well, and Patreon wise, usually get about 3 videos a week, and then 2 of them are available on iTunes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's usually so 4 total usually. So there's always stuff. And they the thing they do really well is they interview people about, for example, he'll have someone on today to talk about the fixture list.
Yeah.
And they'll do 40 minutes on the fixture list. It's essentially what we're going to do today. But people sometimes just interview. You have a David Seaman interview and stuff like that to break it up. So
a little random content just to give you that little Arsenal fix.
But I listened to the Arscast last Tuesday or Monday. I haven't listened to any Arsenal content since.
Yeah, I feel
because it is a little bit of a... As much as I want Arsenal back, it's very tough. But at the same time, I sometimes look for it because I'm like, what is the newest information on this, and this?
Yeah.
But the problem with us is, we're friends with James from Gunnerblog, but we don't have mad sources.
No.
That we're going to break some news for you. But what we can do is talk about our feelings.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about feelings. It's the only way you can get through a down period, and you talk about your feelings. Reach out to your friend, talk about your feelings.
Do you know, actually, weirdly, it brings me back to a memory that I think is one of those memories that in hindsight is really lovely, and then in the moment wasn't that lovely. And it was not when it might have been when I started listening to Arscast. I was cleaning that pub that you used to clean.
Oh, yeah.
And it was on a Saturday. It was a Saturday morning I used to do for you, didn't I, or something? Like,
what was that?
You used to get paid for it. But I would do a couple of days for you or something.
Did I?
It was something like that.
I hope that cleaning company's not listening.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I don't think they knew who went. It was me and not you.
What was that?
But I think there were certain days you didn't want to do, but I was like, I'll do it. And I think you used to like get me something for doing it or something.
I can't remember this.
We did something like that. But because I didn't do it every day.
Yeah.
And like when you were on holiday, I'd always cover it because I already knew how to do it because I'd already been doing it.
Yeah, true.
But it was only a couple of days or whatever, a week, or it might have even been like just the Saturday I did for you. And it was because I know we're way far away from football. I'm getting to a point. I used to do a thing where the cleaning company was very get it done when you're supposed to get it done.
Yeah.
But I started to figure out, because I had the keys to the places, if I had like a 4 a.m. clean on a Friday, it's kind of easier to do it a Thursday at like 8 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
If I was awake.
Once everyone's gone.
Yeah. So if I didn't want to get up early, I'd go do all the cleans because they're all in the vicinity of another area.
Yeah, because we used to get up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, so my Friday clean started at 3, and then I would do that until like 7.
Yeah.
And then 7, I'd have one from 7:30 to 9:30, which was just down the road. And then 9:30 till 10:30 was that pub.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
But I had Saturday morning ones, but I would then basically in the day go home, work at home with us, and then about 7 head back out and do all my Saturday morning cleans on the Friday night.
Yeah.
And therefore Saturday was completely clear. irrelevant of what I was actually trying to say, but at that pub.
Yeah, you have podcasts designated to each clean based on time and day.
Exactly, and I started listening to Arscast properly.
Yeah.
And it might not even have been properly. It might have been when I first joined the Patreon.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, this is probably like 2018.
It was...
So it's a good 7 years ago.
It was leading... We were doing that for like 3 years
going into COVID.
Leading into COVID, yeah.
And this would have been like halfway. So I think this is like 2018 kind of time. And I distinctly remember listening to Arscast in that pub.
Mm.
And I remember it being in the postseason. And it was a season. We could probably figure out which one it was because there was nothing going on that summer.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I got into the podcast in that lull.
Yeah.
But the reason being was I started to look for Arsenal content because I was like, I don't like how at the end of the season I kind of end.
It just goes away.
And then, you see Twitter and you see Sky Sports News, but you kind of lose contact with the club for like 2 months.
It feels weird.
And it feels very like, and then you know, we're so deep in Arsenal. Like, for example, the NFL is a slightly different vibe, which is sometimes if I don't watch any Dallas stuff between the end of the season, for Dallas, the end of the season is in January.
Yeah.
And the start of the season in like September.
Yeah.
That's like 8 months.
It's a long time.
7-8 months. And what happens is when the season starts, I go, especially when you do like a draft for your fantasy team, you go, who does he play for? Who's that?
Yeah.
And you start, like, you know all the big hitters, but, you know, I know Parsons and CeeDee Lamb and all these guys, but you start to go, who's an offensive lineman? Or Diggy Zua.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you come back and you're like, oh, I remember him. He's really good.
It's like you're knees deep in it for like, what is it,
16
games?
Months? Yeah, 4 months.
Like, it's like you watch like 16 games.
Yeah, and you all week you're listening to like the press conferences, you're watching all the games.
And then it goes away for like a year.
But I mean, like, yeah, if you talk to me in November, I'll know exactly who the alignment is for the Seattle Seahawks. But right now, I can tell you.
It's mad when you put it like that. Like, you watch literally like a few games and then it goes away again.
Yeah.
Like, for a long time. Like, there's not many sports that do that, really. Like, whereas football, like, I think we've got, 7 weekends left until it's back?
Yeah, 6 until the Community Shield.
Yeah, it's not much. Like, it's going to be back.
The whole time, there's a Club World Cup.
And it's a long season. Like, you take in a lot of stuff and you go on an absolute roller coaster.
For 3 days. You're annoyed when you miss a week because of international, but there's still football and it's international football.
It's about three quarters of the year you're taking in football. And it's not just taking it in week out. You're absorbing the emotions.
Yeah.
Like the ups and downs of it all, no pun intended.
And that's what I was kind of like, I think in that particular summer, if you hear that, there's a baby.
Oh, it's his first podcast.
It's his first podcast.
Baby's first
He's
podcast.
on my lap, so, you know, any point we could be pausing this.
Oh,
There he is.
He's getting ready. So I tell you what, this podcast, if he's doing this with us every week now, he's got to gear up for his first season ever now.
In about 10 years, he's got to be on the podcast.
He's going to be on it, yeah.
So I think what was weird is I remember it because I actually found Arsenal podcasting during an interlull, like during summer.
Because you need content.
Because I was like, God, I don't like how much, you know, and at that point I probably wasn't watching their YouTube channel where you see like, not that they have any new, like even at the minute Arsenal putting up like goal of the season and they forced Frimmy to go to the training ground and like walk around an empty training ground.
Find someone.
Yeah, and it's like, but there's no one there because they do need a month off. Like, and it's been a few years since the players have had time off.
Yeah.
And again, as far as like in the Premier League, Chelsea and City, they still aren't getting time off.
No.
But it's been a while since we've had a summer where we actually are just, that's the end of that.
And we've seen what we can do after a little respite as well.
Yeah,
we
with
come
the
back
Dubai
strong.
breaks and stuff. So it's just interesting that I found my Arsenal podcast during this period. So I'm hoping if you're finding us now, you're in a similar boat where you're like, do you know what? Yeah, you might not have any breaking news, you might not have any interviews, but you might have just, you know, if you don't have someone you sit and, you know, talk through your Arsenal feelings. Like, how many people you meet, they're like, we met an Arsenal fan during the pregnancy of this baby. And I don't think he talks to anyone.
It's rare.
Because, you know, sometimes in your life you don't have an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
I have Joe.
Yeah, like if I didn't have you, I'm not going to talk to Lisa about Arsenal.
No.
Because she has no interest.
And, like, if you meet someone who's an Arsenal fan, you might talk for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But you can't get, like... The amount of times I've run into someone at like work at Many Tears or something, and
Kyle.
you go, I'm an Arsenal.
Shout out Kyle.
Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. You go, okay, and you have 5 minutes to talk about it, and you both end up start talking about inverted fullbacks.
You start talking fast.
Yeah, and you start thinking, God, I can't cram in enough information I want to talk about. That's what this podcast is for.
I did it at a family meal with Lisa's family literally Saturday.
Yeah, it's so hard because I don't want to talk surface level. I don't want to go, oh, the Arsenal were good.
Yeah.
I want to get in deep like we are today. And
I think saying that, because I found that before you move on, I found that with baseball, like getting into baseball. I love baseball, but never fell in love with baseball.
yeah,
Fell in love with baseball at the end of last season, literally probably around the last game of the World Series. So I had a whole winter of no baseball, even though I'd just fallen in love with it.
Yeah.
It had gone away now.
there's no new content.
But I literally spent the whole winter looking for podcasts, YouTube videos. I was absorbing as much baseball literally until the season started, until now. Just taking in as much as I could, which I imagine a lot of football fans or Arsenal fans, it goes away. You've got no one to talk to about it. So you want to, not just, because obviously they can't talk to us because they're listening. But there is something...
You feel like you're in the conversation. You've got a couple of people talking, and in your head, you know, hopefully we're opening up a couple ideas or thoughts, or maybe things you were thinking you were saying out loud, and you're going, do you know what? Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
We were absorbing it because I know I know what we all love football. We all love sport. We all love teams. We do that because it unlocks something in our brain when during a day. It just makes you happy. It's a release. Like, it's a little enjoyment thing. Like,
it's a getaway, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why I do it with podcasts. I listen to them on the way here every week. I listen to them on the way back. It's because I can, for an hour or so, I can just unlock that part of my brain. I don't have to think about anything else. It's just thinking about that.
Exactly. And that's what this podcast is there for. And even though we're in the interlull, it will be something you can come to and be like, you know, once a week, I can kind of listen to my thoughts.
Yeah.
And the ideas of like stuff that's going on, because weirdly, isn't as much as this, there's nothing happening. This is almost the kind of the most talkable part of the season, because once you're in the season, you know, you're going. We've got Palace to this Saturday.
Yeah.
Before we podcast next week, we've got Olympiacos in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then in between all that, you're like, did you see the situation happen with Man United and the referee?
Yeah.
And the detrimental effect that's going to have on the rest of the league?
Yeah.
That's the conversation.
Yeah.
It's so much going on. Whereas right now, it's actual just fantasy time. It's who do we sign?
What should we talk
What
about?
sorts us? Fixture list. We start making up scenarios with the fixture list.
How about that new kit?
Yeah, the kit. You know, did you see that interview that guy did? It's a very interesting time of the season, but
It's a breather. It's a breather where you can sit back and just, you know, think about it.
yeah, it's a breather unless you are Man City or Chelsea. And talking about that Club World Cup, my God, it's bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lick of it yet.
Auckland versus Bayern Munich to kick it off, 10-0 Bayern Munich. Auckland, the players had to take unpaid leave from their jobs to do it.
To play in extreme heat in some circumstances as well.
Yeah.
With no fans.
And fly across the whole world to America.
I hope they get paid extra for doing this.
No, it's the same.
Because they're getting paid a lot of money to do it.
Yeah, but I wonder what happens with that club. Like, Auckland getting paid massive money to be in it. The winner gets like 10 billion or something. It's something silly. That's why they're all there. Like they're going, well, if we win it, our PSR's fine for the next 10 years. But if Arsenal were in it, would I watch it? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I would watch a preseason.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like
it's a glorified preseason. It feels like preseason. Weirdly, some of the clubs, again, because of that prize money, they're taking it very serious. But even watching that Chelsea LA game the other day, there's an element of preseason about it. It's very lax. It's very slow. There's no one in the crowd.
No.
The players are on the beach. But the scary part is, I was saying it, the final is on July 13th. Arsenal start their preseason that week.
Oh, wow.
And that's having had 6 weeks off clear of football. So to give you an idea, if the final's Chelsea-Man City, for example, which it can be, their first game of the season is, I don't know, like you've got the fixture list there. July 13th is the final.
Okay.
Now they've got to try and get themselves, what's the date on that, the first game?
Well, for Arsenal?
Yeah.
They haven't released dates yet.
So it's 3 weeks before a thing. So it's got to be
It's mid-August.
The bare minimum is around the 10th of August. I don't know for sure exactly when the
So
first
it'll be a
fixture
month
is.
from this time next month when we start our pre-season. They end their...
Yeah, we'll have a month pre-season before the season.
Yeah.
Other teams like, for example, Man City, not Man City, who's in the Community Shield? It's Liverpool, Palace. Okay, so they're fine. They're going to have 4 weeks to get ready.
Yeah.
That's having played.
Yeah.
Haven't stopped. Their season doesn't end till a month before next season.
Yeah, there are no breaks.
Then they got to go away. Then they got to have a pre-season.
Yeah.
Whereas Arsenal, the players are having 5 to 6 weeks off clear.
Yeah.
Go, I think Declan Rice is in America doing all the getting a private jet to different golf courses, doing all the big golf courses around the States.
Good on him.
David Reyes on a stag do in New York, I think, actually.
Yeah.
You've got Bukayo Saka is in a Costa Coffee with his dog. I'm sure Ben White's in Dubai.
Oh yeah,
Well, no, he just had a child. Actually, he had a child like 3 days ago. So,
congrats.
I followed along with the Arsenal theme of everyone has to have a child in the next 12 months.
Yeah,
And I'm in amongst it. Havertz, Odegaard, Ben White, I think Raya. He's livid. It's because we're talking about you, innit?
well, this little guy's probably going to be playing in the youth setup with Odegaard's
Well,
kid,
let's just
Havertz's
hope. Let's just hope.
Ben White's kid.
Let's just hope. I'm going to try a dummy here. Doesn't want to. He just keeps stretching.
He's limbering up. He's getting ready.
He's getting ready to go. But yeah, so it's weird to think that our team are going to be that rested. And we haven't seen. It's something we've been needing. This is 3 years running. We've come second.
Yeah,
I would say we didn't challenge this year, but it was a long season because
we hung in there.
either you were injured this year or
Yeah.
you played too many games. So at the end of a 3-year stretch, the best thing that team needed was 6 weeks off.
Yeah.
6 weeks. And again, the way they do it, I think nowadays is pretty much similar to a real job is you have a guaranteed 4 weeks off.
Yeah,
If you're not in any competition or whatever. But the thing is with the Chelsea thing is, they might also not make it to the final. So there could be 5 weeks.
yeah.
They plan to give you 28 days off like a regular job.
Holiday leave.
Yeah. A job that works bank holidays, which they do. So they pretty much get 28 days off flat. Arsenal players are currently 9-10 days into that.
Yeah, yeah.
Chelsea and that haven't finished their season. It's
Mad.
a really mad thought. It could be. I don't know if people understand the detrimental effect that could have on City and Chelsea, and the positive effect that could have on Liverpool and Arsenal.
Oh, it does feel like last season, it was like going back to the 70s. Liverpool and Arsenal are the contenders. Everyone else is kind of behind. But this season, it feels like it's going to be that again. Like it feels like with everything going on, we're going to have that throwback season again.
Yeah,
But hopefully we contend a bit more.
yeah, and I think the tough one is City have gone and bought 11 players
Yeah,
and spent a load of money, and people are saying it's really good because of how quickly they've done their business.
yeah,
And they do have a lot of players. Ironically, Pep said he would walk out if they didn't slim down his squad for him. They bought 11 new players and sold no one. So that's where they're at over at Man City.
yeah,
Again, it's not going to be the most... The games are really spread out.
yeah,
So it's really... Like, as a player, it must be so frustrating because you're going, I could be with my family. Like,
yeah,
there's 6 days between games. And I'm in America now.
yeah.
So I don't know if maybe they're caught in a mix of the teams are going to be like, no, you need to train hard because we need to win this.
Yeah,
And the players are going, well, if I fly my family out to wherever we're staying, let's say it's Florida, we can have a holiday.
yeah,
And I just have to go away for the games, but they're training every day. So even though they're in Florida, they're living the life they would in London or
Yeah.
Manchester,
There's no break.
where you're going to training, you're coming home, you're having a day at home with your kids. Then you go to training, come home, and then all of a sudden you have to play a game, you're away all day. Then you have to fly to Atlanta,
Yeah,
and you're going again. So
like a mini season.
yeah, it's odd, but there is going to be a real this isn't just a Euros. This is going to be really detrimental because there's also a mental fatigue of my word. There's a mental fatigue to playing with that same exact team and that same manager, whereas international is almost like
A little break in it.
a little break, different players, different people,
Fresh.
different place. Whereas this is very much like they're the players, that's the manager, and you go away for a week and then you're back in pre-season and they're doing the bleep test and it's the same people again.
Yeah.
It might not take a toll at the start of the season because they might actually be still in rhythm.
They'll be quite, they'll be raring to go.
They'll be like, you saw how out on our legs a lot of the teams were.
Yeah, or later on in the season, these teams are going to really feel it. Especially injuries are going to come. Like, unless they're super lucky and they just continue momentum, which can happen, but it's freaky.
But it does look a bit dicey. Like the whole situation just looks... It just looks like pre-season. And again, as the tournament goes on and you get to Bayern Munich versus Juventus and City versus Madrid and all these things, maybe it'll start feeling a bit more special. Similar to the Euros, you're watching our England-Slovakia and you're kind of going, and all of a sudden you get to Arsenal, England, Germany, and you think, here we are.
Damping up.
So I'm sure if you're, like I said, if we were in it, I'd be watching the Arsenal games.
That'd be awesome.
And I'd want to win it.
Yeah.
But I would be more agitated and worried about the season ahead.
Well, especially after the one we just had.
Yeah, would you take winning that and then coming 6th next season? No.
No.
Like, no one cares about the Club World Cup.
No, they've just pulled it out of nowhere.
Well, there's teams in it that, like, Arsenal aren't in it, but Auckland are.
Yeah.
In Auckland, the level of Auckland is lower than National League in this country.
That's mad.
It's the equivalent of National League South. So it's...
How can it be a Club World Cup like that?
Exactly. And again, even to get into the World Cup, you get Slovakias and Slovenias and that. They're still on merit. That should be there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Either way, I think that's a load of nonsense a little bit. But I'm very excited for Arsenal to be back.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to not hear from anything from them. I want Arteta to be like, people were saying, like, Arteta's on holiday. How are we going to get signings done? One, signings will get done whether Arteta's on holiday or not.
Yeah.
There's FaceTimes and Zooms and all sorts.
He doesn't have to be sat at the Emirates figuring it out. Like,
No. And Andrea Berta is not on holiday.
No.
He's working.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And I do want us to sign some players, but I'm very excited to not hear from Saka and Rice and Odegaard and these people just to disappear for a month. And then that next 2 weeks before they actually get back to the club, getting in the gym, getting themselves fit, then they're back in the preseason. I'd love to be watching all the preseason as all the players.
Yeah.
How long has that been since that's happened?
Yeah.
It's pretty much always you come back from a Euros or something and England have gone further.
Yeah.
Like last year, England and Spain went the distance.
Yeah.
So Raya was gone, Moreno was gone.
A lot of prominent players.
Yeah, Saka, Rice. It was just one of those, and you thought, oh, they can't start the season, and they couldn't start the season. So therefore, they weren't starting the season.
It's a slow start.
Then we got a load of red cards, so the players would get pushed back quicker. Then they got injured. There was such a pushback, all stemming from that preseason.
Yeah.
And that's what City and Chelsea.
Yeah. I'm quite happy just for the good of the Arsenal players having a break. I'm quite happy to take a break as well. But I'm quite happy to kind of...
Yeah.
If I want to go look for something, I'll go look for something. I don't need... I'm happy for them to chill just so they can come in fresh, ready. Starting 11's there. It's all good.
It's all encompassing as well, like football. Once it's back, it's back. Like, there's a lot. So
going.
as much as I want football to be on all the time, it's like, just take a break. Like, this podcast is a lovely outlet to just go, here's all my thoughts. This is what I think we should do. And then the rest of the week, just kind of think about baseball. Think about
anything else.
Life. And just not about football. As much as I want it to be back, I don't want it to be back where they're not playing. Because that's the difference, isn't it? Like, we always want football always on. Yeah. But the quality of football drops. Yeah. Like the Club World Cup, it's hard to watch. Like, even watching Arsenal at that like in that cup would be tough because you're like,
it's not the same.
You can see they're not 100%. You can see they're tired. You can see they're not that bothered.
It's also the same as, like, remember when lockdown?
Yeah, COVID football was just not the same.
And we were all just watching Bundesliga. And albeit I was happy to see some football, it wasn't the same.
No,
like,
no crowd even was like that.
It's not the Premier League. Yeah, and even when that came back, it wasn't the same. Like, just, take a break. We're good. We could sit back, relax, take in anything else you want to take in. Because I'm going to be honest, it's not that long. Like, we literally...
No, it's going already. Like,
a month from now, we're going to be watching pre-season games.
Yeah.
It's not that long.
Exactly.
I think he's ready for it.
He is.
He's ready for his first season.
I'll say this.
He's got an Arsenal shirt on now.
He has got an Arsenal top on, in fairness. He's stretching like he's never stretched in his life.
Like a supple leopard over there. Oh.
How mad is that? This is good podcast listening.
I tell you what, it's satisfying though, the stretch he's getting there.
Yeah. Hey buddy. You right? God, you are stretching, aren't you?
He does look like Carlos Vela as well. Like
he does look like Carlos Vela. That is the stretch of a person who didn't sleep at all and kept everyone up.
Oh, yeah.
You want some drinky poos? I'm leaving us all in because Peter Rosenberg did.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, this kid's an athlete as well.
He's milking. He's got his drink.
He is an athlete.
He's got a bottle. Yeah, he's working on that. He is. I'll say this: he's in the top 85 percentile.
He is.
So
he's big. He's strong.
We might have a goalkeeper on our hands if we're not careful.
I reckon he's a goalkeeper.
Do you think he's got big hands?
Yeah,
big hands. John, we call him.
Big hands, John. Yeah, under the lights.
Anyway, the next kind of part. Oh, you're very vocal, big man. The next port call really is the fixtures. They've just come out, and my immediate thought. I have two immediate thoughts. My immediate thought is simply, I didn't think they could stitch us up more than they did last year, but they've managed it. The benefit of last year was we were all sat here going, that's horrific. Why have they done that? That first 10 games is going to dictate the whole season. Yeah. But we knew also we were watching the Euros thinking Arsenal and Spain are going the distance.
Yeah.
They're going to have a week off, and then we're going to have to be getting ready for the 10 hardest games of the whole season.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my goodness.
he is covered.
He is not happy with those first fixtures.
My God, buddy, what's going on there, Charles?
But on the plus side, we're coming into those tough opening fixtures fully rested. Like you said.
Yeah, and it's not 10 games this year. It's kind of 4 out of 6, no, it's maybe 5 out of 9.
Yeah.
Look a bit dicey, whereas
Yeah.
last year, I think everyone agreed. Well, they put the strength of fixture list up, and it was Wolves were the only team worse than Arsenal.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way how much those first 10 games actually dictated the season for both those clubs,
Yeah.
Wolves were in a relegation battle because of that.
Yeah.
That start. They got their manager sacked because of that start. Arsenal had 4 red cards also in that start. And that is the difference between us winning the league and not winning the league last year was
Yeah.
those 10 games. Because, yeah, we actually did all right with the games. But it took such a toll for the rest of the season. Like, the first 10 games we got through relatively, even with the red cards and everything like that. But the reason we had the injuries later on in the season was that fixture list.
Yeah.
It was week on week having to do finals against City and then against Liverpool and then against Chelsea. And we were playing everyone.
Yeah.
And even though we got through it relatively, like, I remember us saying points-wise, I think we did as well as we thought we could.
Yeah. Yeah, we matched it.
Even with the red cards, we were like, wow, yeah, fair play. But then the next 10 games were horrific.
Yeah.
And it's because they were recovering from that first 10 games.
Knackered.
So there is, like, Simon, I know he believes, and it's totally true, you have to play every team.
Yeah.
So doing it early isn't necessarily the worst thing.
I'm quite happy to get out of the way, to be
It
honest.
is, but it really the effect it can have on the whole season is huge, and it's not because of just that. It's the momentum of how much does it take out of you, and injury wise, how much does it take out of you mentally. If you don't get maximum points, you're always fighting from behind like we were last year.
Yeah.
Because I think if we had not, like Liverpool last year, the fixture list was lovely at the start.
Yeah.
They got ahead. They won 9 out of their first 10.
Yeah.
They were cruising,
Yeah.
and they never stopped cruising there
No, it's kept
because
going.
you play Man City, but then you got Palace at home straight after.
Yeah.
I think they lost that game.
Yeah.
But what is that, buddy? Every time they had like a horrific fixture, they had like 2 fixtures that they can kind of
Back it up.
you could rotate the team a bit, get some points.
Well, like you would always say last season, if we'd come off a loss, you'd say it on here, I think. If we come off a loss, you just want to get to next week where you get a win and it feels better.
But then we have a loss to like Palace.
Yeah.
And then next week was Chelsea away.
Yeah.
And you're going, and then the week after that's Man United away. The week after that's home to Newcastle. And you're going, when do we get to...
You're fighting uphill.
Yeah, and again, it felt that way. But there is a benefit because guess what? If we win the first 9 out of 10 next year,
Yeah.
there's a very high chance people aren't going to catch up with us.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts. It is all dependent on how you actually perform in the first 9.
Yeah.
Like I said, Liverpool last year were very good at actually picking up all those points.
Yeah.
And that set them up they set the table, and all they had to do then was maintain.
Yeah.
But once you got that momentum, it's so much easier for the team to keep picking up those wins. They go, we won last week, we can do that again.
Yeah.
There's
You're
a
not fighting
confidence.
from
You're
behind.
building on the confidence.
You're going downhill
Yeah,
now.
yeah, exactly. You're not building on that, like, we've lost the last 2 because of the fixtures and the injuries and the red cards. We have to win the next 6 in a row. And all of a sudden that pressure, you can't find that goal, you draw, and then it's even more pressure. So
I think on the plus side as well, like Slot brought in like a more stable side to that Liverpool team that Klopp had built.
yeah.
So even if they did go ahead like they did, they could sit back and stabilise it a little bit rather than powering forward like Klopp did. And on the plus side, we are set up that way. So if we can gain that momentum, we don't really allow much.
And again, it is also hearsay because there was a season 3 years ago where we won the first 8 out of 9.
Yeah.
And we were top the whole season.
Yeah.
And what did we do? We lost.
Yeah.
Like we had all the momentum, and what did we do? We found ways to destroy that momentum.
Yeah.
So it can go one of 2 ways comfortably at any point. So it very much is opinion based at this point.
Yeah.
You could win the first 10 and it cruises you to a league title.
Yeah.
You could win the first 10 and you bottle it because of pressure. You could lose the first 10 and it's uphill battle and therefore the season's lost. Or you lose the first, a load of the first 10 and the uphill battle creates a tension. Similar to how City have always done it. Their leagues, they always lose they don't start well.
Yeah.
They end well.
Yeah.
Because it creates like an animosity they have to go overcome. So it
Wait. So wait, Man City is the most AI club in the history of football. Like they're not real, the fans aren't real.
Yeah.
But they have to generate a fake animosity just to give themselves
win,
something to fight for because they have to feel like that they're fighting from underneath somehow.
Yeah, exactly. And so therefore, like I'm saying, no matter what the fixtures, no matter your momentum, it's all just guesswork.
Yeah.
That momentum could swing. We don't know. It's like there's 4 different outcomes.
Yeah.
And all of them could be really good or really
Yeah.
bad. So realistically, I do believe if you look deeper into it, there's no good and bad. Because like you could say, well, give us Leeds at home, Burnley away, Sunderland at home, Crystal Palace at home. Who are we good away at against? West Ham.
Yeah.
Give us that as the first 5, and we win all 5.
Yeah.
Momentum's up, yeah, but we still got to play all the big games.
Got work to
and they're
do,
going to be clustered somewhere else in a more awkward time where maybe there's more injuries.
Yeah.
So there's a million ways of looking at it. It does look awful on paper. Like, Joe, you have your phone. I'll just read out the first. Because the first 9 you've got to look at. We learnt this last year with how bad the fixtures were.
Yeah.
You've got to look at the first 9. If you look, August has 3, September has 3, October has 3. That's because there's international breaks at the end of all of them.
Yeah.
So you've got to look at them as 3 blocks. 3 cup finals. And that's how we did it last year. That's the only way we got through it because we knew how bad the fixtures were.
Those international breaks kill momentum as well.
Yeah, but we almost needed it last year because we were like, win, draw, red card, draw.
Yeah.
God, we need a break. Come back. Win. We've lost. We need a break.
Yeah.
So it kept happening. This year, I'd say the first 3, we've got Man United away to start, which is, in all fairness, I think that's been something that I think they haven't done enough of recently. We haven't had a massive game to kick the season off.
Not like that.
I think we had Chelsea a couple of seasons ago. Who was our opening game last year? I think it was like Forest, and then last year was someone else. We tend to win our opening game at home.
God, yeah, why can't I remember that?
I think it was Forest.
Was it?
We beat Forest 2-1. My team had got injured. That was the year before.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was last year, but opening day. But I think we won.
Yeah.
Wolves. It was Wolves at home.
Okay.
And we beat Wolves. And then it started the chaos.
Yeah.
This year, we're starting away at Man United, home to Leeds, away to Liverpool, international break.
Oh.
I would say our worst play, we talked about this last year, the places we're worst to playing at.
Yeah.
The worst fixtures of the whole season are comfortably away at Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United, Villa Park, Etihad. Did I say Anfield? I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And probably, I wouldn't say for example, I wouldn't say Stamford Bridge over like Old Trafford. We just don't win at Old Trafford.
No.
So in the first 3 there, we have Man United away. You alright? You sure? Okay. Man United away, which is Old Trafford visit.
Yeah.
We've got Liverpool away, which is the Anfield visit, which is...
You doing the show?
Yeah, it's on that. Oh. Yeah, we have Old Trafford and Anfield visit in the first 3 weeks. If I were to categorise the hardest places to go, I'd say it's Anfield. Then I'd say it's St James's Park. Then I'd say it's the Etihad. They're the 3 that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
And then obviously Spurs, simply because of the derby. Then I'd put Man United.
Yeah.
Because we just don't win there, like I said. 2 of them are out of the way.
Yeah.
And it might be the best time to play Man United. But if we had a horrible, if we were in the Club World Cup and we were going away to Man United, I don't like the start.
No.
Because I could see Man United being rested, getting a couple signings in, home game to start the season, a lick of new paint on the stadium.
Yeah.
They might just have a little bit of
feel
They
good.
might start nice, yeah. And they still might. But I don't mind necessarily with our preseason and that going to Old Trafford then.
Yeah.
The Liverpool one scares me. That's really early. But the only thing I'd say is maybe they don't have the momentum they're going to have in December. They could be still trying to piece together how does Frimpong play on the wing back. Has Wirtz, is he playing a full game yet?
Yeah.
Do they feel comfortable?
Well, I mean, we just went there and it was fine in the end. Like,
Yeah, they'd won the league already, but we had a very damaged squad.
yeah, momentum for both teams was in the opposite direction at that point. So it'd be interesting to see with a clean slate what that looks like.
Yeah. So, but I would say 2 of our worst 5 fixtures are in that first 3. International break. Then in September, we have Forest at home, City at home, Newcastle away.
Yeah.
So Forest at home sounds worse than it is simply because of last season.
Yeah.
But if you remember, we played Forest quite well last year.
Yeah.
They had a 1 in a million season.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, they can't replicate that again.
that's not the worst fixture. And if they hadn't had the season last year that they had, we'd be going, yeah, that's a nice fixture.
Yeah.
2 back-to-back home games after the international is quite nice. Then we go the home game to City.
Yeah.
We beat them 5-1 last year. It's not going to be easy. They've got a lot of signings, but they're also going to be knackered coming back from that.
It'd be interesting to see if because they had a freakishly bad season last season
Yeah.
compared to what they have done. It'd be interesting to see if that's still a thing.
Yeah, if that momentum can continue. And then you've got Newcastle away. This, for me, is our second or third worst place to go. I do not like the look of that, but this could also be a Newcastle. We don't know what the transfer window is going to do.
Yeah.
It could be Isaac less. It could be Livramento less.
Yeah.
We were awful against Newcastle this past season. We've also gone to St James's Park and won in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
So it's tough, but again, every game is tough. But it is interesting. I've just named 6, even including City at home. If you were to list the worst 10 games, home or away, I would say in that first 6, 4 of them are in the top 10.
Yeah.
And I remember notoriously saying last year that in our first 10 games, I think 8 were our worst fixtures.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as last year. Now I'm reading it out, I don't think.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
And I think also we've kind of tried and tested a few things. On a positive note, on paper, that looks kind of scary.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, Man United aren't what they were. It's not the same match anymore, so we should beat them.
Oof.
Leeds is
Leeds
terrible.
at home, you should be able to do.
Leeds we should, but they have given us issues. But Leeds we should on paper.
Yeah. Forest at home,
Forest at home, I mean,
should be able to do
we
that.
should be able to beat them regardless of anything. Man City haven't been Man City.
But we're coming into the new Man City. Aren't we?
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, on paper that looks kind of scary, but I think in reality, I think we need to sit back and actually take in, we are a lot better now. Like, we have like a weird PTSD of Arsenal and some of these teams. I think we have to just stay positive with that, because I think we can beat those teams. We're not in a world now where that has to be scary anymore.
Yeah.
We should go out there and get it done.
Well, if you logistically look at it, we're the second best team in the league.
Yeah.
The only game there that is potentially unwinnable is Liverpool away.
Yeah.
The others, if we want to be second or first, are all winnable.
We should, yeah.
But it is interesting that in the first 6, half of them are 3 of the worst games.
Yeah.
Actually, no, 4 of them are. 4 of the 6 are in our top 10 worst.
Yeah.
Then it's international break. Then it's October. Then we got West Ham at home, Fulham away, Palace at home. West Ham, I think, have beaten us a couple of times at home. But I mean, West Ham and Palace at home, we should win. Fulham away, we drew this year, but could have won if Martinelli wasn't quite as lax on the wing. We have won there a few times in the last couple of seasons, and we don't have to leave London.
Yeah.
So after a horrible start, where we're travelling to Manchester, we're travelling to Liverpool, then we're travelling to Newcastle, we're not leaving. We're at home twice in September.
Yeah.
We only go away once to Newcastle.
Yeah.
Then we're in London the whole of October.
Yeah.
International break. Then right before Christmas, right in November, we've got Burnley away, which, on paper isn't a good... It's up there with the ones we don't want to do,
Yeah.
but it's not in the top 10.
Yeah.
Sunderland away, again, Burnley and Sunderland away back-to-back could be a blessing in disguise, or it could be awful for us.
Yeah.
Especially in colder weather. And then we got home to North London derby, then Chelsea away. I would say in that first, how many games is that? 13 games,
Yeah.
including Chelsea away, Tottenham at home. It is 6 of our worst top 10 games.
That's a really awkward string of games.
I'd say 6 of our worst 10 are done.
Yeah.
And then in the first 13, there's also, after that, another 25 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
The benefit is we're over halfway done of the horrible fixtures
Out the way.
in the first 13 hours, and then there's 25 to go. Then, so I think if we do it as blocks, August, Joe. Points. Man United away, Leeds at home, Liverpool away. What are you guessing?
I think...
I'm going to try and be positive with this.
Yeah.
I'm going 7. 2 wins and a draw.
2 wins and a draw. Yeah, if you're being positive, 2 wins and a draw, I think. There's a realistic side to me that feels like we beat United, lose to Leeds, and draw with Liverpool.
So 4 points.
Like I feel like we've thrown in some really weird home losses to smaller competition recently, and that home to Leeds early on feels awkward. I mean, I'm just being realistic with that. I'm being realistic. Yeah, 4 points. Realistically.
September, we got Forest at home, Man City at home, Newcastle away. I'm going to go 6 points. Maybe 5 points. I'm going to go 5 points. I'm going to cut my losses.
Yeah, I'm going to go 5 points
Okay.
as well, I think.
October.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to go win against Forest, draw against City, win against Newcastle.
So you're going 7.
Yeah.
I'm going 5, you're going 7. You went kind of 5, I went 7 on the first one. So let's break even, 7 and a 5. So October, West Ham, home, Fulham away, Palace at home. I'm going to go 9 points.
3, 6.
7 makes more sense, doesn't it?
I'm going to go 7. I'm going
Okay.
to go 7.
So if we went 7, 7, 5, that's 19 points
Yeah.
from a possible 27.
Yeah.
So it's 8 dropped points. I don't think that's a bad start.
That's not bad at all.
I won't go any further into how many points, obviously, but I would be happy with that.
Yeah, because, I mean, technically...
I'd be happy with a couple draws, a loss, and the rest of wins. If we can manage that,
I feel like that's realistic.
yeah, then... But I think, I mean, like I said, it's 6 of the 10 worst fixtures. As far as the second half of the season, like December onwards, I say second half, but, you know, we got Brentford at home, Villa away, Wolves at home, Everton away, Brighton at home, Villa at home. I don't think that's a bad December at all. And that's strictly because we've got a lot of the fixtures out. So, again, you could look at any fixture and say that's hard.
Yeah, everything's hard.
You know, Brentford at home, they're a good team. I think they're going to be without Frank. I think Brentford are in a little bit of a situation. I don't think the Brentford game is as bad as what it was.
No, they've taken some hits.
This could be no Mbeumo. This might be no Flecken.
Yeah.
No Frank.
Yeah.
Maybe no Wisser. So this could be a whole different Brentford side. Villa away and Villa at home all in December.
Wow.
Villa away is horrible. Villa at home, not ideal. Brighton at home, Wolves at home, all fine. Everton in a new stadium. I think it's an okay December.
Yeah.
January, you got Bournemouth away, Liverpool at home, Forest away, Man United at home, Leeds away. That's janky.
Yeah,
series.
that's rough.
And again, it's talking about the fixtures we don't like doing. Villa away in December, Liverpool at home, Man United at home. I wouldn't put in that top 10. So that's 2 more. So we still only got 2 more fixtures from February, March, April, and May of our worst.
Yeah.
And talking about running,
Yeah.
we've only got 2 of the ones we hate.
Yeah.
And then you got Sunderland at home, Brentford away, Tottenham away, Chelsea at home. That's 1 more. Tottenham.
Yeah.
Brighton away, Everton at home, Wolves away in March. Awkward aways, but should be doable.
Should be.
April, you got Bournemouth at home, City away, Newcastle at home. That's that last fixture we don't like, which is the City away. But then May, Fulham at home, West Ham away, Burnley at home, Palace away. We do not leave London again
Yeah.
in the last month.
I feel like we've got quite lucky with the run in, I think, at the end.
That's the thing is, I think if we can get that momentum early and not fall too far
Yeah.
and not have the injuries we've had,
Yeah.
I don't mind that kind of February, March, April, May.
Well, yeah, because if we can boss the beginning, which looks quite tough all the way to the middle, the run-in, we've got to climb uphill early and get downhill at the end by the looks of it. As I think you pointed out the Liverpool fixtures earlier, and I think Liverpool have got it like almost switched to us. Their running's hard.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if we can get momentum at the start and get through some of those
Yeah.
really tough ones with some decent points, I think it's in our hands to kind of go downhill at the end.
Yeah, and like I said at the start, it's so subjective because having a hard run in, but you're already ahead. Some people go, that's much better because then every game's a cup final, even though it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, you're just protecting a lead. But some people see that as, oh, you'll bottle it because you're now panicking because you're against the best teams.
Yeah.
If you have an easy run in and you're ahead,
Yeah.
people can then look at that and go, oh, it's too easy.
Yeah.
Take it for granted and struggle.
Yeah.
So it's so subjective, the fixture list. There's certain teams that are on there that look hard, that could be easy. There's teams on there that could be easy and look hard.
Yeah, you never know.
Notoriously, I said Forest would go down last year.
Yeah.
So I was looking at those Forest games last year going, winnable. And again, we did win.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking at those Brentford games as if it's Brentford, but it isn't Brentford.
They got to figure a lot out.
But again, Brentford could also be better next year.
Yeah.
We don't realise why. There could be a team that like Forest this year that are sat there, like Everton. Everton could be top 6 next year. I don't know.
Man United could figure it out.
Man United could figure it out. And then there's a team like City or Chelsea or Liverpool or Arsenal or someone that could massively stutter.
Yeah.
And those games are actually a lot more winnable. Could someone have their manager sacked? Like, could Chelsea come in knackered, lose their first 10, he gets sacked,
Yeah.
and they're a team that we all kind of go there and feel quite comfortable against?
Yeah.
Does he get sacked right before we play them and they get a new good manager and they have a new manager bounce?
Yeah.
You know, where are these new manager bounces going to sit? Who's going to get the rub of the green? Who's going to get the rub of the green with the injuries? Who's going to get the awful decisions they're going to start the season with this year? Is that Liverpool this year? I don't think so.
And also, touch wood, it doesn't happen. But we also saw from last season teams like, well, Man United and Man City, for example, can really fall off. I know Man City ended it quite strongly, but hopefully that's not us next season because it can easily happen.
Yeah, easily. And so I think fixtures are super subjective. So are transfers. We're hearing talk of there's actually a little bit of breaking news kind of as we are kind of doing this, which was that Arsenal and Sesko look to have made a deal.
Yeah.
I think personal terms and that is not a problem. I think with both players,
Yeah.
I think that's all sorted. I think it's strictly down to getting the price right with either club. And I kind of like what Arsenal are doing. Bertha is a lot more ruthless than what Edu was.
Yeah.
He's kind of got them both going.
Yeah.
And they've both said in interviews essentially they want to come to Arsenal now. And Gyökeres has basically said, I want to go to Arsenal, but if I can't, I'll go to Man United.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious for Man United. But we've got them both on the hook.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of one of them's going to fail, but 2 of them can't.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yeah.
And we end up with Ollie Watkins on a short deal. But I'm also not against going to get Ollie Watkins as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Very handy.
He's going to be 20 million probably. He's out of contract pretty soon.
Yep.
As depth, the Eddie Nketiah role that we had underneath Jesus and Havertz.
Talk about bringing on someone who's quality
Yeah.
with experience when you need them.
Yeah, and I know we've got Jesus. Like next year, could be Sesko, Havertz, and Jesus as your forward options.
Yeah.
But it's still, you just need that depth.
Yeah.
It looks like we've got them both pretty close. And people said, that Bertha saw the fixtures this morning and made the deal happen.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think I'm at a point where on any given day you could convince me that Sesko is the second coming and he has to be the player.
Yeah.
And there's days where Gyökeres is ready-made and ready to go and he's going to be unreal for us.
Yeah.
At this point, give me whoever you end up getting.
I just want to see it happen.
Yeah. And again, the other one's going to end up going to another club and we're going to go, ooh,
Yeah.
should we have got that one? I don't know. Either way, just get one of them done and none of us can complain about it.
Yeah.
If we get Sesko and Gyökeres start scoring loads of goals somewhere else, people are going to moan. We don't know how they're going to transition into the Premier League.
Yeah.
Just get me one of them. Zubimendi still looks like it's going to get sorted. Kepa still looks like it's going to get sorted. It's nice to be in a situation where I think this time last year we were going, oh, maybe we'll go for Tony. There was no reason to think we were going for Tony.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go for Rodrigo. No reason. There was no talk.
No.
We were just making this stuff up.
Just pulled it
We've
out of
got
nowhere.
strong indications that Zubimendi, Kepa are done.
Yeah.
And that Gyökeres or Sesko will be an Arsenal player next year. And there's a lot of conversations around Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Nico Williams looks like he's pretty much said it's Barcelona or bust. And Barcelona pretty much said we'll never play your wages. And pretty much every club has said we'll never play your wages.
Yeah.
So
He's booked himself into a corner.
definitely. And I don't think he's all that. I'd rather have Martinelli playing every game than Nico Williams.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I think Rodrigo massively improves us. I think Semenyo, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
From Bournemouth
Yeah.
improves us.
Very good player.
There's players like that I think improve us. I don't think Nico Williams necessarily. I think Rafael Leao does. I think I'd rather him over Nico Williams.
Yeah.
Don't know why. It could be just a hunch, but I know I've seen his stats and sometimes he can be a bit
On and off.
hit or miss. But he's so large and he's so aggressive.
He just gets stuff done.
It's kind of what we need. We need someone. This isn't a guy that we. If Rodrigo comes in, we want him to start with Sesko and Saka up front.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
If we get in Liao or we get in Semenyo, I think we all want Saka, Martinelli either side of Sesko.
Yeah.
And then that player comes on. Rodrigo's the only one that massively improves the position. Sesko or Gyökeres improved the position.
Yeah.
Zubimendi improves the position. Kepa improves the position he's in, which is backup keeper.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one. The other one to talk about is Partey looks like he's not staying.
Okay.
So he wasn't in the release, or he was in the part of the website which said that he was under negotiations for a new deal or to leave.
Yeah.
But they can't guarantee he's out of the club or not. But his season his contract is up.
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday they announced, not Arsenal or anything, but just there's a lot of conversation around it looks like it's not going to get done.
Okay.
Like he is going to leave. And which is a bit disappointing. I think I want, Zubimendi or Partey as your holding midfielders.
Yeah.
And then Rice or Havertz as your left, and Moreno as your left 8.
Yeah, I'd rather just lose Jorginho, not Partey.
Yeah, using both of them and Naipan going to City feels very much like we're going back into that world where Rice has to become the 6 with Zubimendi, one of them.
Yeah.
And therefore we're now going back to Havertz at the left 8.
It shifts
And this
everyone
is how
around.
the last season started and we all got confused.
Yeah.
I feel like Rice has become potentially the best left 8 in the world.
Yeah.
I don't want to then start forcing him backwards because... So that means you have to go buy 2 holding midfielders.
Yeah, I'd rather he stayed.
But I don't mind them going and get Zubimendi, but then also picking up whether it's a loan, whether it's an older 30-year-old, Thiago when he went to Liverpool, Jorginho when he came to Arsenal.
Yeah.
One of these types that can kind of just sit in there
Yeah.
and do a job when Zubimendi's not fit. Because at the end of the day, when you break glass, if Zubimendi's not fit, Rice will play there.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I just don't want it. I don't want it to be Zubimendi or Rice, then Havertz and Odegaard, because we've seen that.
Yeah. You don't want it to shift everyone around out of position. You want it
Rice is in that position now, and he's got that position. And again, Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard is an unbelievable midfield.
They're really good.
But if one of them becomes unfit, I do worry about it.
Yeah.
Because if Rice is unfit, Moreno comes in, and we've seen that it's not quite right.
No.
If Zubimendi is not fit, Rice goes back, Havertz goes left 8. We've seen that doesn't work. If Odegaard gets injured, well, who goes in there? Havertz, Moreno, Winery. It doesn't quite fit.
It's not the same.
We do need to, if we are losing Partey, I think we have to buy 2 midfielders now.
Yeah.
Someone who I really like is Morgan Rogers, that has been talked about a little bit.
Really good.
He's someone who could play out wide or in the middle, and he could play kind of left, right 8,
Yeah.
also wide. Seems like a player that would fit us really well in the adaptability.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the way we're at with the fixtures. There's nothing concrete, but like I said, I would say I'm 95% sure on Kepa Zubimendi. I'm 99% sure it's Sesko or Gyökeres.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to end up being just Watkins that people are worried about. I don't think it's going to be Isaac, which people dream of.
At least we're in a position though where we have got those 2 sat right there, and it's not just speculation now. It looks like it's one of them.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it's going to be because Trossard and Martinelli have to move on or anything. Like, it looks like we're going to have the depth of Sesko, let's say.
Yeah.
Havertz, Jesus, Saka. I think Jesus is actually going to end up becoming the backup to Saka. We saw him at right mid this year, and even Martinelli could become the right. Because if you think about it, if Rodrigo comes in, it's Trossard or Rodrigo on the left.
Yeah.
But Rodrigo plays right for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But his position is left. He has to play right because of the players they have.
Whereas he comes in with a nice little...
He wants to be the left-sided player. But if Saka's not there, you can play Rodrigo on the right because he's just spent the last 2 years playing right.
Yeah.
So I think I want that depth. I want Martinelli, Trossard, Rodrigo, Saka, Jesus, Havertz, Sesko.
Wow.
I want that a core of 7 players.
Yeah.
It's 2 in every position. 3 of them play multiple.
Yeah.
That's what we need because there will be injuries. We saw this year. All of a sudden you have 4 injuries and you're like, oh, the front 3 have to play every game.
Yeah. And
you don't want to be back in that position. And a push, you got Winery now that can play right or left. So that's 8 in that front core. And all 8 are good.
Yeah.
And you'll be happy with any of them playing. And that's where we need to be. And that's the only way to win leagues and Champions Leagues. Like, look at Liverpool.
Yep.
They interchange multiple players and they feel just as happy.
Quality and depth.
Yeah, so hopefully next week we'll have more information on some transfers. I know the transfer window isn't open again, it's shut again. But deals can get done. It just can't be announced by the club.
Yeah.
And I think we might be, by the time the transfer window reopens, I think we're going to have 3 or 4 that are done and we know they're done but the club make them official all at
just
once.
gotta wait,
And I think Kepa day one of that transfer window open. I think Kepa's already had the pictures taken. That's where I think we're at. And it's just being kept very quiet. They know that there's interest, but I think Kepa might be already done. I think Zubimendi's is pretty much done, and it will be done in the first couple of days of the transfer window being done. And it looks like it's Sesko to me. I think this week they've kind of brought Gukres back in, like we're massively in on him. I think it's getting a bit muddied. I think it's been Sesko for 3 years. I think they haven't taken their mind off Sesko. I think it's always been him.
Yeah.
So it'd be weird if it wasn't now.
And if you're
It's
bored,
something about a 6'5" guy that's that athletic and us being able to cross it at will.
that's what we need.
Feels like that.
I want a power player.
Yeah, it feels like a recipe for disaster.
And if you're getting bored of waiting, just go on Arsenal Direct and scroll through the choose player on your kit bit and see if they made a mistake and accidentally put Sesko's name in there.
I'm going to get my Kepa shirt now. But that has been the episode. Fixture list, transfers, Club World Cup. Next week, we'll be back on Gunners R Us. We are on TikTok, Gunners R Us Pod. Give us a follow there. 5-star review on iTunes and Spotify here on the podcast. Underneath this episode, you obviously see SeatGeek code, TPA Wrestling. Check out the Whatnot code. You can get £10 free credit to go over there to Whatnot. Check them out. We'll get a little pushback of, I think, £5 or something if you when you sign up and you use that. Don't have to use the tenner, you just have to sign up and we get that £5, I think. Not 100% sure on that. But check us out, Peppercorn Sports Cards there. Peppercorn Boys on podcasts as well and YouTube. Next week, I don't know what we'll be talking about, but hopefully there'll be something more concrete as far as the transfers. I have nothing in mind, but I'm sure this week will bring us something.
There's always something. Always news.
If there's not, we'll ramble about more things. But we'll see you next week on Gunners R Us Podcast. Bye.
Bye.